Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's lesson. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and take a look at today's lesson objective. So today we will investigate the use of the formulas for area and perimeter of rectangles. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at what is area. So area is the measurement of a space inside boundary lines measured in square units. So the area is this filled in space over here. Area is inside of the boundary lines or inside of the outline of this rectangle. Perimeter is the total distance around a shape. So if we see this thick maroon line, the distance around the shape is going to be the perimeter. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our first problem. Oops, I forgot to. So we're going to figure out what is the area of the rectangle and then what is the perimeter of the rectangle and what is the area of the rectangle. So over here, I have this rectangle on my graph paper or grid paper. And so perimeter is the distance around the shape. So we're going to find the length of the outline. And each one of these is a square unit. So over here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 units over there. So over here, I also have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this length is 4 units, and this length is 4 units. Now on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 units, and then I have 7 units. And because this is a rectangle, rectangles have the same length on opposite sides. So if this side over here is 7, then the other side is also 7. So how do I find the perimeter? I find the perimeter going or by looking at the distance around the shape. So I can do one of two things with grid paper. I can count. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So my perimeter, I'm going to put down P for perimeter, is equal to 24 units. Another thing that I can do, because I'm not always going to have grid paper, is use a formula which is P equals length plus width plus length plus width. So this is the formula for our perimeter. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this in. So the length over here is going to be 7. And then our width is this part over here plus 4. And then we're going to do length and width of this side. So we have length, which is 7, plus our width, which is 4. So if I add all of those together, I have 7 plus 4, which is 11. I'm going to add that to 7 plus 4, which is 11, which is going to be 22. And it looks like I probably counted a little bit wrong here on my first one. So this is actually 22 units. Let's go ahead and take a look at this again. And this is really important to make sure we check our math. So I think I counted wrong. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There we go. Okay, so just really important, make sure you check your work because just like you saw over here, I counted wrong. So really important that you guys check your work as well. Okay, so that is going to be our perimeter, right? So perimeter is the distance around the shape. All right, so now let's go ahead and figure out what is the area of the rectangle. So on this side, I have 4, right? And then this side, I have 7. So what is the area? So the area is the inside. So because I have grid paper, I can go ahead and count my squares on the inside to figure out how many square units I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So I have 28. The area, I'm going to put down A for area, is going to equal 28 units. I'm going to put down square units, actually. So we have 28 square units. All right. Now, we can go ahead and do it that way, or we can count, but that might take kind of long, or we might not always have grid paper. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. So I have my rows here, and it looks like I have one group of one group of 7, and it seems like I have 4 groups of 7. So I could do 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, so 4 groups of 7, which is going to give me 14 plus 14, which is going to equal 28. So that is one way I could do it. Or I could also, the faster way I could do it, if I don't want to do addition multiple times, is I could do 4 times 7, because I have 4 groups of 7, which is going to give me 28. And this is actually what our formula for area is going to look like. So our formula for area is actually, for rectangles, is length times width. And actually, let me make this an L. So it is length times width. So we have our length, which is 4, and then we have our width, which is 7. So our area is length times width, or 4 times 7 in this case, which is going to equal 28. And when we're writing area, we always want to do square units. So we're going to do square units. And hopefully you guys have more room to write than I do over here. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for me. Let's go over today's lesson objective. So today we investigated and used the formulas for area and perimeter of rectangles. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today. It was so great going over this lesson with you, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.